Welcome to another class. This is 2013 fall class. We've got Dave here on the schnitzel bunk and Fred. They're doing the outside of the stave, a process called backing. And Fred's doing the same thing. They're working on a schnitzel bunk. As I pan over, you can see Mike. He's using a curve draw knife, and he's doing a process called backing. Or hollowing, I'm sorry. See, even I got it wrong. But he's curving the inside of the stave. And there's the whole pile that Mike has to do yet. So he'll be busy. And as we pan over here, we've got Norm, and he's doing the hollowing process out as well. He's using a curved draw knife. Love making the shavings. Just getting started. There you go. Thanks for looking up, Norm. Okay. What a great way to start the morning at Sauder Village in the Black Swamp Cooperage. Skew the blade a little bit. Remember, turn your... I'll be right there. Okay, we have Dave now. He's using the jointer, putting a nice edge on his stave. He wanted me to brag about all of his shavings on the floor. Just so you know, he is doing a little bit of work. And as I pan over here, Mike is working real hard, doing the same thing. Putting an edge on his staves. Even though his doctor said no more than 15 pounds. I love doctors. And then I'll pan over here. Fred's doing the most shavings of anybody. But he's still working. Now he's working on the inside. And I've got to work with him a second and show him how to skew the blade. Just like that.
You're good.
If you skew the blade a little bit. Fred said that just to ham up for the camera folks. As the day continues, you can see the pile of staves being done. Fred's doing a great job here, but he's wearing out. He's slowing up.
Hey, you want to do mine, Dave?
Pan over, here's a whole pile of Dave's staves. And yes, Dave is actually working. Putting a nice edge on him on the jointer. And I scan over here. Mike's working hard. Taking a really nice wide stave and turning it down into a midget stave.
Thanks a lot. We bought ourselves an air conditioner for the summer. Makes a big difference.
And Norm over here has got about his almost all the way done too. Having a great morning. And there's Paul in his supervisory role.
I'm glad you didn't catch me in my
Well, now the guys are back from lunch. And hopefully the lunch will stay down. Mike is working real hard here, putting edges. Pan over to Fred. He's taking a broad axe and he's using it to kind of trim off the edges and put a little bit of an angle on it. And as I come back, I don't want to come too quick because my video thing. Norm here, he's working on the edges of his staves. And then as I pan down, I've got Dave. He's there, folks. He's just trying to get some shims. He's got a curved draw knife. And he's trying to shave out just the middle. An incredible time of year, nice full day. Cooper shop is abuzz with activity. Okay, we're back from lunch. Dave is here working on his bucket, fitting it, and so is Mike. They've got the clamps and they're going slowly one by one, working their way around. But now they can see at least the start of their bucket taking shape. All 4 guys have their bucket started to assemble, and here's Fred over here in the corner. I didn't put him there on purpose, folks. That's just...
He's just lapping the dunce cap.
And then as we scan, you can see Norm over there on the far bench. He's got his in hoops. And slowly making adjustments. I'll follow him over here. He's over on the jointer. He'll run that through a few times. And then he'll take it back over to his bucket and slide it in. And check it. It's always better just to do very small adjustments, because it's woodworking. If you take too much off, it's not gonna work. Okay, I gotta have a little fun with Dave. Yep, that's Dave's butt. Okay. Okay, Norm's putting his in, and now we've got Mike over at the jointer shaving just a little off of it. And here comes Fred making a fine adjustment. Shop's full of a buzz. Okay, Fred's sawing off his bucket, squaring the bottom, nice and slow. And Mike's helping hold it, and over here we got Dave pounding his hoops on, trying to get them nice and square. Love the sounds of a Cooper shop. Dave's tightening his bands up. Looking good. Dave's making a butter churn. Paul's ducking out of the camera. And he's got the bottom square. Okay, right now the guys are doing a little process. He's using a spoke shave. And what he's doing is he's smoothing out the edges so on the outside of the bucket. This is a process that just really makes the bucket look really well. But this is Mike with the spoke shave. And as I pan over here, I'm going to go down into the bucket. This is Fred. He's using a scorp. And again, he's making that nice, smooth, and as round as possible. And as I scroll back here, I've got Dave working. And he's working on the smoothing the outside.
Oh, I didn't see that.
The whole class is doing an incredible job. Tomorrow will be a finale. And we'll... Welcome back. The day's winding down, and trust me, the guys are doing an incredible job. They're getting them smoothed out. But right now, the process I wanted to share with you, Mike is now using the tool called a crows. And what he's doing is he's cutting the groove in for his bottom. And this is going to take him about an hour or so. And since he's the one that says he has to leave early tomorrow, he's going to get the groove cut in tonight. But he's just sawing back and forth. Mike, would you hold up so I can see it? There, and that's a good picture of the crows with the teeth. And that just cuts the groove in the bucket. There, thank you very much. There's the groove he's cutting in. Usually it only takes about 20-25 minutes to cut the bottom in, especially if I'd leave him alone. And over here, Dave, yes, Dave is still working. Hasn't quit. He's using a scorp. He's actually making a butter churn. So, doing a real good job. And over here, Fred is making a stave yet. He's smoothing it out. Whoa. See, I did it again. Norm. Smack me side the head next time, Norm. What did I call you?
I thought I was the one that insulted.
Oh, Fred's over the... That is an insult. I am so sorry, Norm.
Refund.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, I said Fred's name twice, so Fred should pay twice.
There you go. She would like that, wouldn't she?
And I think so far the guys have had a really good time. And we are back in the Cooper shop again for the final day of the fall class. Right now Dave is using the crows, putting his groove in, and I'll zoom in a little bit here, nice and easy. He's got the groove almost, see, it's not even cutting. Dave's just making the motion so he doesn't have to go on and make our waffles. Fred's just standing there waiting. Norm's working hard. Norm's shaving his bucket. I'm actually going to come around the backside of Norm. He's using a spoke shave, and he's smoothing out his bucket to make it look nice and pretty. Actually, when we're all said and done, I don't want to say whose bucket's going to probably look the best, but I'm probably looking at it. No offense, Fred.
No offense taken.
You really shouldn't talk that way before the evaluation.
That's true. That's true. Okay, we have a comedian right here. His name's Mike, and he's using a spoke shave. He's tapering the edge. He's working on his bottom piece already, and I'm going to even scroll even closer to show how it's tapered. And he's just working his way around the edges. And we're on a tight deadline with Mike. He's got to be done by 3. So the morning's going. Oh, and we've got a treat today. One of the students, Dave, has brought a hot waffle iron on the stove ready to go. So, but he's dwaddling with his bottom. But we're tasting the waffles right now. Don't ever say a man can't cook. This is Dave. He's going to be whipping up some waffles. He's mixing. Oh, look at that. He's even stirring it up with a wooden spoon. You can't say we're not having fun in the Black Swamp Cooperage when one of the students offers to cook. And there's the hot iron, ready to go. And Dave, look, he's working harder at the waffles than he did on his own bucket. Great job, though. Them going to look tasty. Okay, we're a little bit further. Dave is still working hard. He's working on his bottom, using a straight draw knife. And as I scroll up, there's Fred working on his. And I'll come back slowly around. Mike is now working on his bucket. He's even got it banded. And now I'm looking at Norm. He's getting ready to measure out his bottom.